There were no secrets to find
Whoa!
near the
Whoa!
anomaly site. Just a scene of breathtaking beauty.
Hey folks, Quill18 here. That was really bizarre timing. As soon as I hit record, my drone finished scanning anomaly. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Surviving Mars. A celebrity applicant available on Earth. So they'd be a religious celebrity, because all my people are going to be religious. That's interesting! As my explorer doing the job way over here. Nearly done scanning our upper ridge. I did just finish the Logi fungi research here, so the Fungal Farm can be built. I'm going to go and build it just down here, and I'm going to put a dedicated food depot right over there as well. One thing I hadn't really realized is the little drones really do try to... I don't know if they're load balancing or if some of the other storages are full. Are you actually full of fuel? I guess so. So you're bringing things because it's technically within range. I don't know if they load balance. They've got a few other things going on here, so maybe they do. We will see, and that might be a way to like help spread the resources around without having to micromanage too much with the transport until we get the shuttle hubs. For all I know, the drones work like the shuttle hubs, just within range of things. Anyway, Fungal Farm coming up. This dome needs to be clean. Look at that glass. That is just nasty. I mean, we keep getting sandstorms. We're currently in a dust storm, so if I were to turn this on, oxygen shortage. Why?
Cable fault reported.
What else is consuming oxygen? This is just one. We're producing one, aren't we? Oh, no, we don't produce any during the dust storm. Haha, that's why. But this is going to require 2 oxygen, so that's 2 more moxies. That is one of the things with the low-G fungus thing. Because I don't think the farms need it. So fungi... Oh, the fungi produces 2, so... or sorry, the moxie produces 2. So we're going to be up to 4, which means we'll have overkilled this by 1, which is okay, because it'll let us refill our oxygen tank. And that should hopefully be okay. We might... I mean, we're only going to drain 1 oxygen per soul, presumably, from our supply. So yeah, our oxygen storage should be more than enough to satisfy this. We now have a power shortage. That's despite not being in a dust storm and during the day. So we are going to go and get a solar panel. I'm going to get a solar panel and wind turbine. Again, I will try to build these in pairs from now on, plus or minus depending on how the load balance is overall. I mean, if we run a slight deficit during the day, or sorry, if we run a slight deficit during the night, but a surplus during the day, that's okay because the batteries will charge. Or actually, I mean, as long as there's a balance between the surplus and deficit, maybe we'll, just like before, we'll run a deficit during the day when the factories are on, a surplus at night when they're off, and that'll be enough for the batteries. But yeah, we'll try to do a little something like that as much as possible. We actually do have a massive power shortage at night right now. So I'm going to go ahead and build a couple more wind turbines. At least they're very potent. I mean, they're like 8.9 each. So that'll offset it. And yeah, during the day we've got extra stuff here. So yeah, wind turbines it is. More anomalies found. That is exciting. Including some science. We may have to wait until that dust devil goes away, because that can wreck our explorer. So yeah, we're basically going to be done researching on top of this for now. So I'm going to queue up down here to start planning as to where our tunnel might go. Alright. Well, let's do it. Let's get our people. So, we want to make sure this is correct. So yeah, we're going to prioritize youths. And I'll actually thumbs down middle age. So we're going to get as many young people, and then some adults over here. That's going to be okay. I mean, the middle age might have some really good traits. See, the problem is seniors don't work. Like they literally don't, like, work. So we might want to hold off on that. I'm going to thumbs down. Hold on. Let me come back over here. Perks. Obviously, we prioritize geniuses, celebrities, saints, maybe even sexy. Everyone should be religious. I mean, I could thumbs up all of the perks. But I think this is going to be a fine start. For flaws, yeah, I'm just going to thumbs down all the flaws, even though that might mean we don't get the we don't get the celebrity or whatever. Is there a way to find out now if we're getting them? 0 of. So there must be... There's something else that's not being satisfied by this. And I really want to get the genius. Oh, they might have no specialization or something. Oh no, we're not thumbings down no specialization. I'm gonna thumbs up people with specializations. Hopefully, other? Wait, other? Biological sex, neither male or female. Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like it's gonna help us make babies, so... We got the celebrity in here. And there's no saint available. I don't know. I'm betting the genius is just like out of our age group. So if I do this, then we don't get the celebrity. I mean, some flaws are more bad than others. You can reset this to the initial setup here. Increase performance when at low morale? Weird. And then we don't get the celebrity. You know what? Screw it then. No celebrity for us. If I do this, we get 12... Yep, 17 matching colonists. So we're going to have 12 people without any flaws whatsoever. That's going to be it. Let's launch it. So we got a little bit of food in storage. Not much. Why only 15? I thought I'd sent 20 on that one rocket. And maybe I was wrong. They're going to come with 12 more food, so that'll give us 27. We've got the Fungal Farm. The Fungal Farm is interesting because it does provide food every day. So it's a lot less of a concern that we will run out of food before we get our first harvest, because it'll just keep trickling in over here. But yeah, it's fairly power hungry. I think more oxygen hungry than a farm. But it leaves us more room in the dome. So, you know, it's 50-50. It's going to need 6 workers. So we're going to have 12 people. We're going to need 2 more workers there. That brings us to 8. And, I mean, if we can support it, I would love some early research. I would love some early research. 3 per work shift. I think we're going to invest in that. So that brings us to 11 workers in use. Oh, how about an infirmary? So we're no longer going to have enough workers to fill up everything. But I think that's going to be okay. Although it said 6. I think it's 2 per shift. And what we could just do is maybe run like just an afternoon shift or something like that. Or leave the shifts sort of halfway full. I don't think we're going to need like the Fungal Farm to be full. Because I don't know how much food this can produce at its cap. Does it say it here, anything like that? Base production is 5, but I think that's per day. Now, I don't know if people need to eat a full unit of food every soul. I actually don't know how much food you need, but I'm willing to bet this Fungal Farm is going to more than feed our population. I'm betting they only need to eat like once every 3 days or something like that. Because like 1 unit of food is a lot of food. It's like enough food to fill your fridge, is the way I look at it. And I think that's probably the case, so we should end up with an excess. We shall see. I guess I'll just land the rocket right over here. You know, maybe right down there, so it doesn't dust up too many things. But not be too far away to refuel. Seems reasonable. Should probably just get rid of this universal storage over here. It's in a dumb place. It was there because it was next to the rocket, I think. But yeah, we'll go and pull it apart, and then the drones over here will go and collect the goods. Get it back into the system. I'm pleased with that. All right.
Sector scanned.
Sector scan. Let me queue up another one here. Right there.
Cold wave approaching.
Do we want to leave you in orbit? It'll last 120 hours. I think you'll last through the cold wave. And we don't know what the cold wave will do. I know it freezes this. I know there's a few other things that don't work. Do the drones stop working? Like, that could be devastating. I think we're going to leave them in orbit until the cold wave passes, so that we understand what the cold wave does. Because remember, I'm not sending any more people. This is the one load of people that we're sending. And if it backfires, well... So I'm wondering about just running this, like, one afternoon shift. So people can only visit in the afternoon. But that's okay, because most people will be working during the first shift. So people work during the first shift, and the infirmary will be available during the second. That seems fair. And I think... 6, 9, 11. So we'll be short a worker somewhere. Probably what we'll do is we'll just close one lot off at the Fungal Farm. So now we'll have exactly the right amount of workers for all these slots. And I think that's going to work out okay. Yeah. And again, I'm expecting this is going to produce more food than we need. Just because otherwise, like, the numbers don't make sense. I mean, if this is 6 people and it produces 5 food per day, and each person eats a food per day, then we're running behind. So that's clearly not the case.
Cable fault reported.
Cable fault, slightly annoying, but not too bad. Okay, here comes the cold wave. And there's, like, frosty areas over here. I don't know if you, like... If that area's in permafrost and you, like... Anything there will freeze. 3 souls! Alright, that's fine. Okay, the drones... Right, that's right. They use more power due to freezing weather. Now I remember. So, only the water tower doesn't work. You're still working. But things need more power. So this is during the day, and we're actually at negative power. I think the day is when we had, like, the most surplus. Okay, I think we can probably land people. And be alright. I might wait until nighttime and just confirm what the power situation is there. I wonder if you use extra power. Doesn't say anything, but I think so. Oh, 60%. Now, I wonder, with the heaters, like, the heaters use power, but I'm wondering if they mean that adjacent buildings don't use extra power, so it sort of balances out. Because they're doing it more efficiently. Could be. Alright, so during the day, we're once again running a surplus here. And that's with everything being on. Going at night. So at night, presumably, we'll run a deficit, because we don't really have... Well, I mean, there are work shifts. I don't know. This is probably using power all the time. And we've got the material to build some extra stuff. Okay, you know what? We're coming in for a landing. There you go, negative 25. So, but we do have the material, so let's go and get 1, 2...
Full of hope and determination. The first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
Yes, we have. So we have 10 days to prove that they're not all going to die. We'll try our best.
New colonists have arrived.
So if I do this... There it is. If I do this, this will be an extra... It's like almost 9 per, so an extra 27. It's like 8.9 or something, wasn't it? Yeah. So that'll more than cover us all the time. And I mean, we still had some of the batteries for short term, so that's going to be okay. So our colonists have indeed arrived. Of 12 disabled work slots, 2 vacant things. But yeah, we have... So other than disabled work slots, everything is a perfect one-to-one match with our colonists.
Cable fault
Now,
reported.
we want to have their comfort be relatively good so that they start making babies. Now, we have, because we're a doctor, we have a lowered threshold, and because we're religious, there's an increased birth rate. I don't know if the increased birth rate, like, we don't know how any of the math works out in terms of, you know, coinciding with the comfort. I don't know if it just means, you know, there's again less of a limit or something. I'm not sure.
Sector scanned.
Oh, it's frozen. Can be repaired by drones after the cold wave has passed. Oh, so you don't run during the cold wave either.
Research complete.
That's less than good. I hadn't noticed that you were off. Uh-oh. Fuel compression might be handy. Better vaporators. I mean, we're going to want to unlock some of these cheaper techs to just be able to see what comes up. Again, I'm not too keen on the water reclamation, so I might not do that one despite the fact that it is cheaper. I don't know what our priorities will be. Probably engineering's got one of the heaters. Physics for more power. I don't care about probes. Again, we'll get it at some point just because it is cheaper. More applicants, well, but that we don't care about that. I mean, we'll do it at some point for completeness and for showing more stuff. Scientists and botanists, you know what? That is going to be kind of nice. I don't know how many of those we're packing. I guess the easiest way would be to check over here. 2 botanists, 2 scientists. Yeah, we got a mix. I mean, I could have specialized or whatever, but I'm just asked for people with specializations. So, you know, some scientists working over here, some botanists will work there when it's no longer frozen. Cold wave does last a long time. So, luckily we do have, you know, we're up to 27 food. Again, we had the extra food delivered here. We do have the tech for less fuel, which is nice because it's turning around faster. Because we have enough money sitting around that we can send ourselves an emergency shipment to something. We're almost out of electronics, for example. Almost certainly we'll have to immediately do that. So, and as soon as we get a child born, we'll probably build a nursery, I suspect. Because we have 2 more spots for residences here. But if we build a nursery, that means 8 children, and then 2 people becoming adults. And then at that point, we'll start getting actual homelessness, and we'll want to expand from there. But that's not too shabby. Yeah, everything is frozen, just like it is over here. I don't know what that ground's going to be like. It's going to be really interesting to see if that frosty ground means something. I keep trying to dismiss this, but, like, I'm missing or something? There we go. And then, yeah, 2 buildings not working. Still 27 food. Yeah, I don't think people eat that often. We're down to 1 electronic. Yeah, there's a little bit of maintenance that has to happen. Okay. I don't know what needs the electronics for maintenance. Probably the research lab. Yeah. That's okay. That's almost full. And we'll be ready to go. Yeah, they need more power. So I think this just means they're going to have to recharge more often. Oh, you actually just ran out of power. I don't know if one of the other drones will go and fix you. Oh yeah, it looks like they do fix each other. Because you can also do it with the RC rover. Which I've got parked over here to just help work the concrete and stuff. And require less things. Oh, this Explorer is ready to go. It's a long, long trip. Doesn't say that you use extra power in the cold though. So I think you're okay. I'm going to get you to pop out here. You should be able to work your way there, scan that. Then I'll probably run you back rather than scan again. Alright, you can launch. Watch it from the map screen here. There we go. Door just closed. It is interesting, as far as I can tell. This is the full graphics mode. Just zoomed out. It doesn't like... I mean, maybe they have like a lower poly models for things, but even then I'm not entirely sure. Godspeed, Michael. We need some electronics. Stat. Did we research the tech? I don't think so, not yet. Yeah, 3D machining. What we may do is we may send ourselves a prefab version of the electronics and polymer shop. We don't really have the people to work it, though. It's a huge problem that we can't send more people. We're going to have to, like, not expand too much. Because in terms of things that require these, both for building but also for maintenance. Yeah. But at least we'll be able to start making our own machine parts soon. Not that we have a ton of metal. There's a couple of metal mines. We're out of range of this one for actual mining it, I suspect. There might be a way to do it. No.
Anomaly analyzed.
No way to get it to be close enough to the dome. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Alright, Explorer. Yeah, see. You'd run out of power if I got you to scan the next one. You should be able to make it here just fine, though. Okay. So that's almost done here. Food, yeah. Food, look at this. Like, we're barely using any, so this is going to be fine. In fact, I suspect we can even cut back on the workers a little bit more. Comfort level 56. No social, no luxury, no gaming. No relaxation because it's full. Well, tell you what we're going to do.
Vehicle battery low.
We're going to assume that we're going to have another set of 3 sort of small wedge buildings over here. So we're going to get you a second relaxation building. I wish the dome got scrubbed. Oh, drone is on his way to repair the building. I don't know if, like, this can break down. Deteriorating will soon stop working unless it receives maintenance. Okay. But there you go. It just happened, and now it's all shiny and clean again. Hooray! It looked so grimy. I'd be depressed living inside the dome with it looking that way. Concrete, we've got lots in storage, which is fine. In fact, this thing keeps sitting with, like, full stored concrete because there's nowhere to put it and that's okay. If we were worried about power, we could turn that off for a bit. Cold wave. Almost done. Thank goodness. There we go. So these buildings have to be fixed, apparently. Oh, defrosting. We'll need repair after it's defrosted. Mars crowdfunding is more money. Good timing for this, because we're about to send a rocket. There it is. It just arrived back on Earth. Cargo. Drone hub tech is not that far away. Okay, I'm going to get these two. I'm going to live without the Stirling generator. We still have lots of ability to get water, I think, out of our ground. Although I'm tempted to grab another one of these. I will grab a drone hub. If I do that... just going to get a few of those. To tide us over until we've got the construction. I think that's okay. Yeah, because the mine can only do up to... The water extractor can only do up to 4. So we've got 5 with our current vaporator. And with the farm and things like that... I mean, we're good on water now, but... And I suppose if we turn off the fuel refinery, maybe we can do without the vaporator. It's only 200 million, though. It's not going to be that many more resources. I mean, some are more expensive than others, but... No, that'll be okay. We're going to launch this. And I'm going to be fine with it. Because right now, what are you working at? Yeah, so you got 3 more. I mean, I guess we're okay. I guess we could have made do without it. Maybe it would have been better to send something else, but oh well. Explorer, you are fully charged. Thank you very much. You're going to run all the way over here for that. How's our queue going? 3D machinery, I think I'm going to be happy to get that. I think the apartments are kind of important early on to be able to fit enough things in our initial dome. I kind of like the idea of drone hubs constructed with extra drones as early as possible. You know, let me pick this up. That's going to be okay. There's our Martian University, which will be very nice to build. I mean, right now all of our people have specializations, but once we get babies... babies, as it turns out, are not born with specializations. Yeah, resources are low. We are producing food. Nice. So, our little transport. Get you to start collecting some metal over here. Make sure we don't randomly run out of stuff. You're driving out to your anomaly. It's a long drive, but you'll make it. I have faith in you. So yeah, we'll keep using the RC transport to collect more and more metal for now, because we are fairly far away from a mine. Unfortunately. Why is this deposit very low? And this one was low as well. Like, let's not freak out too much. There's 2 over here. Oh, and this one's very high. That's right. We will need a dome to work this, of course. But we could have 1 mine over here. I don't know if, like, the grades add up or average out or how that works. It might actually be bad to cover both. The advantage of covering both is that 1 mine will operate for a very long time. Maybe you'll eat the one that's higher grade first. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I suppose we could find out and see what it does, but it's not like we need super fast metal. As long as we've got a steady supply, we will be okay. So you're scanning, you're loading, you're chilling over here, which is still mostly okay. I'm going to move you a little bit. Anomaly analyzed. Excellent. I'm going to get you to run home. I'm going to get you to stay away from the extractor so you don't get dusted too much. Very close to 3D machining. Yeah, we will need extra people for that. Make babies! 53. And that's not too shabby. Base comfort over here is 50, so it's just barely above their baseline. So who did we get? Composed. Of course, everyone will be religious. Survivor, nerd, vegan hippie, gamer, party animal, sexy. There we go. Hildegard, we're going to be counting on you. Oh, another sexy. Maya. Okay. So we did get a couple of sexy people, which have a, higher birth rate chance. The infirmary also has a lower minimum comfort requirement for births. So, I mean, we should be well within the birth requirement range. And I don't know how the mechanics work, but I have to assume that we're well within that range. So, hopefully we should start seeing babies soon. I don't think it tracks lineage, but I'm going to assume the sexy people are going to be involved. Bit of food storage there. It's being brought into the grocer. Alright, resources. Go drones. Alright, good. Well, I guess now's a good time to put a little cut in here. It would be great to have a baby before the founder stage ends naturally. Again, we don't really care about the founder stage, in a sense, because we're not shipping more people here. You can't send more people from Earth until the founder stage is over, but we're never going to ship more people from Earth. So it's not going to take very long for everyone in our little colony here to become Martian-born, which is good because Martian-born people are a lot better with technology. Out of the box, they're the same. By the way, people come in boxes. Out of the box, they're the same, but with various researches, they become stupendously stronger than these Earth-born folks. Plus, they never become Earth-sick and want to leave, so that's good. Speaking of, though,
Sector
58.
scanned. Anomaly found.
It'd be nice to get, like, a list of people, like, who's the lowest down, as opposed to average, in this little pop-up. So you know how much you've got to freak out. Oh, there's another anomaly on our little ridge here. Are you full of juice? Yeah, you are. It's a long trip, but I think you can make it. Plus, push comes to shove, we can send out, like, the transport or something to go and fill you up. Speaking of the transport, you're going to come and deliver your metal over here. All right, we will put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching, folks. And next time, cross your fingers for a baby.